Yep. All right. I think we're all set. All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yep. That sounds good. I'll send a message out right now. All right. Thanks a lot, Tony. All right. Bye.
All right. So. Trying to work.
I think. Whitney Young JV Dolphin football is on the air. Thanks to everybody who's been waiting for this delayed start. We've got Westinghouse Warriors just showed up. We're going to be ready to start here in approximately 15 to 20 minutes. I'm Barry Newman. Alongside me today, Brian Miller.
Barry, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Brian Miller, the pride of Portland, Oregon, and also the father of number 55, Brady Miller, offensive lineman for the Varsity Dolphins. So we've got the JV Dolphins coming off a loss last week to the Lincoln Park Lions. So a 30-0 loss. We were across town on a windy lakefront, facing off against a pretty physical, pretty large team. And things didn't go well for us out of the blocks. We took the ball into about a 30-mile-an-hour wind, and that just didn't play well for us. Actually, we had turnovers on our first 3 possessions. But after that, and again, I said it during the telecast, I'm a silver linings guy.
Yeah.
I'd say between those, after those first 3 drives, then we got it back together, and we look like the team that had defeated Clark the week prior to that 6-0, where we played some solid defense throughout. Coach Eddie Boucher talked a lot about that Clark game, and our reasons for success in that were the ability to have gap discipline. So our defensive line was getting upfield, holding the edges, stringing out plays, and having our linebackers and DBs come up and take care of business from there. And then offensively in that Clark game, really a good balanced offense. Dominic Duenas started that game at running back, had some really nice chunk plays throughout the course of the game, also provided some really nice blitz pickup. Bennett Newman at quarterback had some good throws, connected multiple times with Will DeMille, connected with Tristan Merrill on a touchdown pass, as well as finding Brandon Dockett in the slot a number of times. So really good offensive showing there. We're hoping we see some of the same today. We've got Westinghouse coming in, and we don't know what to expect necessarily. What we know about Westinghouse JV so far, they are 1-1 on the year, and they do have some common opponents with us. So they tied Hope Academy, which was a team that we played in our first game of the year, and I have to say Hope handled us handily. They were much more physical than us in our first game of the year. So Westinghouse tied Hope. Westinghouse lost 6-0 to Lincoln Park in what was a shortened game. They had the same issue that day as far as getting to the field on time, and they were over at that Lincoln Park field, and the lights went off for them. So they lost 6-0, but only through a halftime score. And then Westinghouse last week defeated Clark 21-0. So we've got Dolphins have a 6-0 win over Clark. Westinghouse has a 21 win over Clark. Brian, I know we didn't have any tape to review on the Westinghouse JV team, but I know you were working the chains for the varsity game.
Yes.
And happy to hear some thoughts on that game, what you saw at Westinghouse on both sides of the ball, and just sort of using that as a precursor of what we think we might be looking at today.
Yeah, thanks, Barry. The Westinghouse, let's start with on the offensive side of the ball, they run a pretty much all shotgun, 4 wide receiver, single running back set. Spread you out. They want the quarterback to either hand it up the middle, hand it on a jet sweep, or basically a deep pass. Kind of a 3-play playbook at the varsity level, and I imagine here at the JV we'll see something similar, if not even more streamlined. They do have some big fellas up front, so to your point on gap coverage and contain, we're going to have to really pay attention to that on our defensive side of the ball. The jet sweep or the slot back sweep is one of their favorite plays, so it's going to put some pressure on our defensive ends and our linebackers to pursue, get to the edges. So I look for, the battle up front is going to be more on the defensive end side of things than the defensive tackle, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Just based on what the Westinghouse style of offense was. On the defensive side of the ball, really crowded the box a lot. For those that don't know, the box is kind of the area right at the line of scrimmage. They pretty consistently had eight guys inside the box, designed just to stop the inside run game. And their varsity, and I assume the JV is going to be the same, had some pretty good athletes in the linebacker position that could chase down the sweeps, the jet sweeps, the bubble screens, everything at the sides. So I anticipate something similar to that, where they're going to really block up the middle, force our Dolphins to find a way to either penetrate that clogged up 8-man box, or more than likely take advantage of the quarterback's arm and some screens, sweeps, outs, something like that in the short passing game, try to get outside that box. So I anticipate it'll be a battle. It may not be all in the trenches today. It'll be, I think, on the sides as well with the east-west running game that Westinghouse employs.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll see. And I think that on the Dolphins side of the ball, one of the differences was that we didn't get that running game going last week. And, I think there'll be an emphasis on that again this week to try to get that started. I mean, it certainly helps in the passing game. I think one of the things we'll see, and just looking over at the Westinghouse guys right now, they have more size than us.
Yep.
So then it kind of comes down to, our offense mimics our varsity offense. I mean, sort of the mini-me of that. So we'll see, we'll definitely see passing. We'll definitely see Newman, on rollouts. I mean, that's what we've seen most effectively. He does throw the ball really well on the run, hitting guys like Will DeMille and Tristan Merrill. And but I think that's what we have to do. We have to keep it moving. It's likely not gonna have a super stable pocket back there for him to operate out of. But beyond that, it's just making the plays, and that's where, again, from the perspective of JV football, a lot of teams do use a simplified playbook. Just these kids, many of them are playing their first tackle football, first organized full 11-on-11 football, and sometimes that simplification can be all about trying to ram the ball down people's throats, handing it off the ball, and that's quite frankly what we saw against Lincoln Park. I mean, Tony McHale, who's not on the broadcast today. I mean, I know that probably causes a lot of listeners to just disconnect right now. But Tony, the voice of the Dolphins and revered by Dolphin fans nationwide, we were calling plays because they only were using two. Running back was on the right-hand side, they ran to the left. Running back was on the left-hand side, they ran to the right. So we just had the coin toss. Looks like Westinghouse has, I think, won the toss. They are elected to receive, regardless of what it is.
That's right.
So we're going to have, looks like we'll have the Dolphins kicking off here shortly, and then taking the ball on D. I'm going to go through that defense real quickly.
Great.
So we're going to have starting up front on the line, Pat Billings, number 57. We're going to have Chase Green at the other tackle slot, number 67. We've got a new starter at the DN spot, and that's Reed Favaro. Reed's in the lineup today with Barry Gordon switching over to that rush end spot. And I'll probably mention this a few times during the day. We've got Jason Perez, number 69, who's played solid on both sides of the ball, is out of town, a family commitment today, so we're going to miss Jason. On both on the game as well as his infectious personality. But we'll put things together from there. And then at left-hand quarterback, Mason McCoo making his starting debut, number 45. Will DeMille starting at the right cornerback. Fran Lope is making the start at weak safety. At strong safety, Quinn Beck. Solomon Bradley at free safety. And then in the middle, weak side linebacker Tristan Merrill getting the start on defense as well. And Damian Mendez going to be starting at that middle linebacker spot. So we've got the Dolphins lined up for the kick. We got Solomon Bradley out there ready to put it in play. And we're off. Kick is away. Westinghouse player makes a nice play on it. Heads up north and south. Runs it into his own man. And we got a nice tackle there.
Yeah, nice rugby scrum tackle. Good coverage. Good coverage.
Yep. Louis Ortiz took him down there. So nice job by Louis Ortiz. So Westinghouse Warriors, again, we're expecting them to come out. If it's similar to Varsity, they'll be in a shotgun with a single back. Looks like they have a first down at the 30.
Right on the 30. I think the guy's spotting him.
Oh, yeah. So, Brian, you're the expert with the chain gang. I was entirely looking at the wrong thing. I was like, all right, so keep me together here.
I will do that. I will tell you the CPS officials pretty much try to put everything on a yard line. There is no half-yard line here on CPS. Makes it helpful for us broadcasters.
On the big line, yep. So here we got 1st and 10 from the 30. I'm hoping they actually come out in shotgun, because otherwise everything we said in pregame doesn't matter.
They did. Shotgun. Yeah, they got a. Looks like they actually have a tight end, which they did not do any tight ends at the Varsity. So
man in motion, jet sweep to number 1. He's trying to get to the corner, which he does. Looks like he's going to have a first down just across the 40.
That's their go-to play. That's going to be their bread and butter. We're going to have to fight through on that edge. I think that's why they put a tight end on that side. Make it a strong side, hook our end, and allow the slot back to get to the edge.
Yep, so looking to, again, that gap discipline that Coach Eddie was talking about. So you got Julian Lopez, also a coach on the defensive side of the ball here, also a Whitney Young alum. Both Coach Eddie and Coach Julian are. So we got 1st and 10.
So watch the jet sweep coming this way, because they put the tight end on our side of the field.
1 in motion, snap on the ground.
That's what it was.
Kind of a broken play. Quarterback cuts it up.
Yep.
Nice tackle.
So 2 for 2 for those watching at home. They're running the jet sweep or a sweep play towards the tight end on every play. So again, the simplified offense, if we can pick up on that, we should be able to spread our defensive end a little bit wider, force them inside, get the gap coverage you're talking about, contain the offense.
Yep. So that was Reed Favaro on the tackle. So Reed in the starting lineup in place of Jason Perez, so did his job of getting upfield.
Yeah, he did a great job turning him inside that play. We do that every play, we'll have a good day.
So it looks like a 2nd and 7. Yep. Again, motion. A pass to the running back.
There we go.
And a great tackle, Barry Gordon.
Great tackle, Barry Gordon. Perfect example of the defensive end getting outside, not letting the swing pass or the jet sweep get outside of him. Great play, great coaching, great play.
Yeah, they talk about crossing your face. Once that running back crosses your face like that, you want to hang with him right there. So that's going to set up a 3rd and long, about a 3rd and 14.
So we got to assume their varsity team did not punt the ball at all, I don't believe. So I assume the JV is going to be something similar at the high school kicking game. So this is 2-down territory. So they don't have to get all 14 right here, I don't think.
Yep, and again, we've the way the Dolphin defense is aligned, you've got Solomon Bradley deep as the as that free safety.
Yep.
But otherwise, everybody is within 4 yards of the line of scrimmage, just trying to take away some of those inside runs. So it's all about their ball is on the ground, and Chase Green comes up with it. right, so that
excellent defense. You know, there was a little push in the middle there. You could tell the quarterback lifted his eyes up, trying to make us read or you know, look to the next step. And great pursuit from the defensive line and the linebackers on that one.
All right, good way to start for the Dolphins. So I'm going to real quickly across the front what we're expecting offensive line. Ben Barrett at center. Pat Billings, right guard. Chase Green, left tackle. Zaire Nichols in the lineup at right guard, and Quinn Beck at right tackle. So here we've got Newman under center. Don't always see a lot of under center. Dominic Duenas is the tail of the tandem. He takes the handoff, gets upfield for a yard or two.
That's a nice solid play. Keep the defense honest. I formation, different look than what they may have seen from our varsity scouting. I like the start.
So that's what the Dolphins call their 11 formation. Actually, that's what they call their 12 formation when there's two running backs on. Now you've got Damian Mendez off as the fullback, and you're going to see a single running back formation. Brandon Dockett in the slot. Solomon Bradley as a Z with Will DeMille looking. So that was a, yep, somebody went the wrong way.
I think there was a high snap that forced the Newman to jump up and kind of lost the whole timing right off the bat. So little errors on that play, but you know, we run a kind of counter motion type offense. Little timing issues can cause big problems. But
right,
we're still early.
Yep, third down from the 36.
So if you look on the defensive side, you can see they're just crowding in that box. Everybody's just standing right in there, daring us and creating the opportunities to the outside.
Yeah, so we'll watch their weak safety. What Newman would love to do is get a one-on-one with DeMille over here on the right-hand side, if he can get enough time. He's back. He's looking. He's got an open receiver. Ball's up in the air, and it falls incomplete. So he had Dockett. Dockett went up with it, didn't come down with the catch.
That was a nice read, though. I think he had it was a crossing route. I was following DeMille on that play, and he did the low cross, and he had the deep cross for the first down. So gave him a shot. It was
and he did have time, which is great. And I gave the starting lineup. It looks like we also have Boubacar Berry, who is back in the lineup after he was out with an ankle injury. So he is at right guard, and Pat Billings at left guard. So probably the biggest offensive line that we've had. Now here you see Newman with a fourth down.
Yep.
He's rolling to his right. He has Dockett. Dockett. Oh, they're calling him incomplete, out of bounds. Oh, that was very close. I thought Dockett had that back foot, but may have been out. Newman took a shot on that one, too.
They want to go to the replay officials up here. We'll help them out. Tell them
yeah, maybe we could. Maybe we could send that out.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have that option.
So we got the Dolphins defense back on the field.
You know, there was some promise there in that first offensive series, though. I think, take away our offensive line, held pretty stout. We had a couple opportunities in the passing game, just literally one deflection and one foot out of bounds.
Yeah, yep. Two passes delivered on target. Didn't quite come down with them, but hopefully bodes well. Newman's on the sideline taking some water. Hopefully we see him back in there on the next possession. So the Westinghouse Warriors take over.
Yep.
1st and 10 on the 35, on their 35. We do have a clock and a scoreboard in operations today, but I don't think it's actually being operated. Well, it's being operated, but they didn't stop it on that change of possessions there, so I'm not quite sure if how accurate things are, but we'll do our best.
Yep.
So you got Westinghouse in shotgun, running back to the right. Wide receiver in motion, gets the jet sweep.
Okay, there you go. So
there was a nice tackle. Great tackle by Damian Mendez on that. Came up from his linebacker spot, corralled him around the shoulder pads and brought him down.
Yeah, that was he broke contain on that one, got around our end, and Mendez came up and made a nice stop. Stopped a big play there. Nice tackle. So on the line, if you notice, they're lining up actually 6 offensive linemen. If you check the numbers, just based on numbers alone, they're not even bothering to show a tight end. So this is going to be a run-heavy offense we're going to be watching, I'm pretty sure. If you look at it right here, the tight end's actually number 58, is that right? So expecting a lot of run-heavy diet. You can see from our defense here, we're just stacking the box, just trying to prepare for it.
2nd and 6. Again, runner in motion. Ball's on the ground again. Running back picks it up. Pursuit. Oh, it's going to get a face mask call.
Yeah.
But they still got to bring him down. So Tristan Merrill on the tackle. But, yeah, he grabbed some hardware there on his first attempt through.
Tough break. He could contain. He was chasing him down, just grabbed a little high.
So this is where Tony always bails me out because in high school, these are all spot fouls. So the upside of this is that they're going to mark off 15 yards from the 32. Probably gives it a first down, though. I think they're going to move the chains over there.
They're already moving the chains on the top. So.
All right, so if we go by the scoreboard, we've got 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. Still 0-0. Westinghouse with their second possession of the day. Dolphins went 3 and out on their first, or actually 4 and out, sorry, on their first possession. So the ball just across the 50-yard line at the 48. Warriors broke the huddle about 30 yards from by the time they get up to the line, play clock might be running out. But they're actually employing what looks like the duck formation here.
Wow, here we go.
This is a little Oregon duck formation. We'll see how
Diamond
the Dolphins
on the top, yeah.
see how the Dolphins react to it. Right now the numbers would say you throw it over there.
Yeah,
so
right
Solomon Bradley's got to get over there. They've got 4 guys on the far right-hand side. You also want to watch this wide receiver here.
Go. Good hustle. Can he get him?
Nice pursuit by Mendez. And then cleaning up on the end of that was Barry Gordon.
Yeah, good pursuit. Defensive line position, chased him down. Mendez kind of corralled him, and Gordon cleaned him up. A good pursuit from our inside 7. I think if we see that formation again, we'll hopefully get some defensive backs out there to give a little fair fight to our cornerback.
Yeah, exactly. It's not something we've seen before,
no.
So it's something that they need to talk about as a coaching staff. To say, hey, who you gonna roll over there? You know, you gotta roll that weak safety up if you want to do that perspective, or shift linebackers over there.
Yeah.
So we'll see if they're gonna go to the same thing. I can't quite tell. Looks.
Well, they do have a very similar formation, even though that's the short side of the field. So
yep.
Look, you can see our
yep, 4 guys. 4 guys on the right-hand side, 1 receiver to the left. They're going to look deep. The ball is floating up there. Somebody's got to come down with it, and it was a Westinghouse receiver.
Is he in bounds?
Yeah, he was in bounds. A big play. Didn't seem like Dolphins got eyes on that ball. I mean, because it was up there.
It was hanging in there. Yeah, it's like a punt.
But I think that, yeah, we were. So that, if we're going according to the scoreboard, which I guess we are,
yep,
is going to be the end of the first quarter. Westinghouse just completed a big play. Downfield looks like they're going to have a first down somewhere around the 10-yard line. Brian, thoughts on the first quarter? I know that we threw you on the mic today.
Yeah.
Gave you about a 24-hour lead time to get prepped on things. How has it been?
I'm pretty impressed with our defensive front 7 and our offensive line. We had some troubles, as you know, against Lincoln Park. They had a pretty big in the trenches, and we've come out here firing. Our defensive ends have done a great job contain on the jet sweeps. Defensive tackles clog in the middle. You said Mendez has already made a couple great plays in the linebacker position. On offense, we've only had 4 plays, but we've had a clean pocket for the most part, 1 bad snap, and that just threw off our rhythm. So I think all in all, there's a lot of positives to take out of there. Now we get a defensive stand, take it the other way.
Yep.
That they just had that 1 play there at the very end of the first quarter. Otherwise, we've done a pretty nice job containing them.
Yep. And I will say, fun to see that. I think we came in here thinking we were going to see the 3 plays that we saw out of their varsity, which was the run up the middle, or the quarterback option where he was kind of running it off tackle, or the jet sweep. And we've already seen a lot more out of that. We've seen the diamond, or I don't know.
Let's call it the duck. I like your
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's the duck. I mean, I think the duck, you put all the offensive linemen over there, right? So the duck is like.
That's a swinging gate. Right?
Yeah.
Swinging gate. Yeah. So that was more of a diamond formation with the wide receivers, and just throw it out there and let the three guys block. And that did it the first time, threw it to the back guy, and the second time was essentially the first play might have been a bit of a decoy, stick with the duck analogy, and then a deep pattern from one of the supposed blockers. So.
Nicely done. You got your first sort of
dad
joke in there.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, Brian. We'll count that for the first quarter, right? Because I think the over-under on the dad jokes for the day was 4.5.
So this will give us an interesting perspective here, looking at the line. You can see they've got tight splits, and they're going under center, which is a first for us. It's surprising.
Handoff up the middle, found a crease, still on his feet. They're going to get might be a hold bringing this thing back. So you got close to a touchdown on that, but
see what our guy,
yep, we got a holding call on Westinghouse.
That's a big help for us. There was a big gash up the middle there, but they got it illegally apparently. So let's see if we make any adjustment after that. Every time I've seen them on tape, they did 2 under center plays at the varsity level, and it was a handoff right up the middle.
Yep.
So I think we got a couple tells here we're already realizing.
So the ref's going to march that back, going to give them a first down at the 23. So they can actually get a first down at about the 3-yard line. So we'll have a first down here early in the second quarter. Again, 0-0 score. Westinghouse on a drive. Number 4 is Westinghouse quarterback. Again, we don't have a roster. We'd love to.
Yeah, he's under center here. Now let's see if that held true. See if they're trying it again.
In motion, the jet sweep.
Jet sweep out of the.
Good pursuit.
Oh,
nice job, Damian Mendez.
Great tackle by Mendez.
That was textbook right there, right? Everybody was taking care of their lane, their gap, which allowed Mendez from his linebacker position to shoot through there and make the tackle.
Excellent pursuit from Mendez. Great tackle.
Coach Eddie talked about Mendez out of that Clark game and about how it was his coming out party on the defensive side, and really felt like he built on that last week in the Lincoln Park game. So that'll bring up a second and long from the 20.
Mendez listed around 169 pounds. He's playing bigger than that. He's playing fast. He's bringing people down. So
yeah, and that was just great instinctive play. I mean, they just really did a nice job. So let's see if we can keep it rolling here, Dolphins defense. Now we got Westinghouse back in the shotgun.
Very, very strong right side. They've got essentially three offensive linemen on the right side.
And the ball's on the ground again, yep. And Westinghouse recovers it. So they had an issue right out of the quarterback to running back exchange. Put that ball on the ground. Westinghouse able to come up with it, but going to put them in a 3rd and long situation, which now becomes interesting. I mean, they've got again, they can get a first down just inside the goal line. We've seen them throw a long pass on this drive out of that diamond formation. We'll see what they look to do here.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. They did have good luck with the deep pass. So let's see if our defensive backs maybe back up a little bit extra here.
So they've got a split wide right and left.
Double 10 jet sweep.
In motion.
Yep, there we go.
Forced it in by Barry Gordon, which is great. And
here's the pursuit. Excellent,
Mendez, yep.
Excellent pursuit. Right.
Pursuit bringing down by Pat Billings. I think Tristan Merrill cleaning up on the end. But again, that was a Barry Gordon made play from his DN spot and pushing that out.
Coach Eddie's going to love that pursuit.
Yep.
That's something he'll be real happy about there. All right, so now we're going to have 4th down. I'm sure this is not going to be field goal range, so here we go. This is a big play for us.
Big play for the Dolphins. 7:25 left here in the first quarter. 0-0. Again, from here, probably expect that passing play. So let's see if we can get Chase Green, Pat Billings up the middle with a push and try to disrupt things. Reed Favaro from his DN spot or Barry Gordon from his rush spot on the quarterback's left-hand side.
Yeah.
Westinghouse taking a little bit of time here in the huddle, so maybe a play that's has a few extra sentences to it.
Yeah, this is not what Westinghouse wants to be in with their offense. Nobody wants to be in this position generally, fourth and long, but you know, for their offense, the way their JVs come out with 2 tight end sets, pretty much predominantly, it's tough to pick this up. Now he's going under center, it appears.
Yep. All right, Dolphins.
Under center. Maybe they just run up the middle, take what you can get, and live to fight another day. We'll see.
I'm betting pass. Oh, there is, I think, illegal motion.
Yeah,
which maybe was not what the Dolphins wanted, because that snap sort of popped straight up. Quarterback came down with it.
Referee, false start.
Yep, false start, so that'll send them back another 5 yards. So about 4th and 18. Tony always has to do the math for me on this. I was a journalism major.
I was in the American Studies program, so.
So the over/under, Brian and I are both Northwestern graduates. What was the over/under on the number of Northwestern mentions today?
Well, I thought it was a prop bet versus what's more, dad jokes or Northwestern comments. So.
Now, if we work in a Northwestern dad joke, I mean, that'll just we'll probably lose all of our listeners at that point. Tony will drive back here and kick us both out.
I was going to say, challenge accepted.
Yeah. All right. So huge play here for the Dolphins in 5:27 left here in the first quarter. Westinghouse with a 4th and long in Dolphins territory. Number 4 on the
great play by Barry
roll
Barry Gordon just
left,
made that play.
and then just knock that thing down if you get to it. Yeah. Incomplete pass.
So that's not going to show up in the score sheet as a tackle or a sack, but that play was made by 34 Barry Gordon, forcing the quarterback who was trying to get around the edge, forcing him deep. He couldn't. Right-handed quarterback couldn't turn and throw downfield. Great play. Great coaching. Great play.
Yeah, Barry Gordon's come up with a couple nice stops here on the defensive side of the ball. We've got Damian Mendez and Barry Gordon taking care of business. So let's see if the Dolphin offense, that showed some open guys that didn't come through the last time. So we've got Newman in the shotgun.
We got trips right.
Dominic Duenas behind him. Newman rotating his coverage. The snap, he's looking DeMille's way. He's got DeMille. DeMille cutting up field. Got his first down.
Still going.
And out of bounds.
Way to go.
So Newman had time there.
So that was an interesting set. He had 3 receivers on the right, DeMille isolated on the left, and put DeMille in a crossing route towards the strong side. And Westinghouse could not account for him. Great wheels to get to the edge. Big gain, right? 20 yards?
Yep, good gain. Yeah, we'll call it 20. In theory, I'm supposed to be writing these things down. I can never handle it, though.
They're 4th and 18, right? They were 4th down at the 18, and then we're at the 38. So
yep.
I'm rounding up.
All right.
Northwestern men.
So Newman under center, Mendez at fullback, Duenas at tailback. Probably try to get this running game going. There's Duenas with a nice cut. And he's dragged down for a couple.
So I will say on Westinghouse side, it looks like they're fully rotating all their linemen. So that could be a problem for us because a lot of our linemen are going both ways. Westinghouse has been rotating separate offensive and defensive linemen, so they'll stay fresher. So good challenge for our guys who have done a great job in the trenches both ways so far. See if we can keep it up.
Yeah, but I'm sure Coach Eddie's going to mention to Duenas to stick a foot in the ground and head upfield. I think he had a little bit of opening there. I mean, did a nice job to pick up the 2, but there might have been a little bit more there. So Newman in the shotgun, Duenas behind him. He's looking downfield, off the hands of Dockett. Might have been a little bit behind him.
So they had trips on the downside, left side there. And what they've found on the opening here, what they've done a couple times, that last pass and then the prior pass to DeMille, short crossing routes right in front of that deep safety. Worked great with DeMille, just couldn't connect on that one. But I think that's something that Coach Eddie's found he's probably going to go back to.
Yep, Newman is getting time, so that offensive line is holding up well. And again, we mentioned you got some new guys on there. Zaire Nichols. Zaire Nichols. His brother Zion is on the varsity team. We're not breaking rules here.
No.
Newman in the shotgun. DeMille in motion.
There you go.
Jet sweep.
That's incomplete pass. That's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, you're right. That is an incomplete pass because it was forward. The referees aren't going to figure that out, though.
I think that's an Urban Meyer play, right? He figured out if you do the reverse and just put it in front of you and throw it in the air, it's a pass. So if there's any fumble issues, you should get back the line of scrimmage. That's a missed call by the referee.
So that was 3rd and long, so it makes it 4th and long. So the Dolphins are going to bring out the punt crew.
I think that's the right call. 2 minutes 20 here in the half. Play a little field position. See if your defense can hold them before the halftime whistle, and going to tied at halftime.
All right, so Solomon Bradley deep. We've got the Westinghouse returner lined up on his 38. DeMille in motion. High snap, but corralled. Nice boot. Nice boot. And lands at the 44 where it's down by the Dolphins.
Good coverage, good punt. Got it on their side of the field.
So again, I think this game is moving a lot faster. I'm not sure if we're supposed to stop a clock on time of possession or a change of possession, but it is moving. So
I have heard at times they do rolling clocks. Maybe they are doing a rolling because the bus was so late. We don't know, but
yeah, that could be. Usually it's a score-related thing when you're up by 40. But here we've got 0-0. Now they stopped the clock, but it did roll for about an extra 30 seconds.
Just I hope everybody took the under on the Northwestern references with the rolling clock.
There we go. I mean, we'll work it in. I mean, where's your money? what do we need to bring you, make you a winner on that one?
1 1/4, yeah.
All right. So again, late here in the second quarter, 0-0. Dolphin defense held the last time where they were where they'd given up a long play, but then held on 4 downs. So Westinghouse back on the field, 1st and 10 from their 44-yard line. They're getting set up, taking a little bit of time. Number 50 in the backfield. So under center, the quarterback. There was motion, but they didn't call it. Handoff up the middle, and he's still on his feet. Number 2. Got a gang tackle there, Dolphins. I mean, eventually brought down by most of the D line and backfield, and that's Damian Mendez down in the backfield. Looks like he might have turned an ankle. So Damian's been playing extremely well all game. Hopefully that is not something that'll keep him out. Coach Julian Lopez going out to check him out right now. So we got 1:26 left in the second quarter. 0-0. Been a game with a lot of offensive movement, but nobody getting across the line for a touchdown yet.
We've had a couple on both teams have had a couple bad snaps, a couple fumbles that basically most of them they recovered themselves, just kind of breaking the rhythm. It's happened to both teams. So like I said, I've been impressed by the Dolphin performance in the trenches. Held firm, really 1 or 2 big plays for Westinghouse. It's kind of helped them have a little better stats. But good to see him walking off.
Yep.
Definitely a little ginger.
Yep.
I think you're right. I think it is an ankle the way he's walking.
So if we look at who's going to be checking in,
is that
likely
Fawn, number 27?
I think one person that we have checking in right now is Lorenzo Rivas. So I think Lorenzo is. We'll see where they rotate guys. Looks like Lorenzo is going to a linebacker spot. Tristan Merrill at the other linebacker spot. So I think Tristan moved over to that strong side. Lorenzo Rivas in the, as they call it, the will linebacker. So we've got, now the clock's rolling. We've got about 1:10 left in the second quarter.
So let's stiffen up. Let's get a couple tackles. And like I said, get in at halftime, tie score as the sun is setting here.
See if they want to run it up the middle like last one, which worked well. They pitch it to the outside, and there is some room out there. Number 1 runs inside of a Will DeMille tackle, and Tristan Merrill comes up from that strong side linebacker for the tackle. So that'll be a first down out of bounds, stopping the clock with 46 seconds left. So that's that's a tough play. I mean, that's one of the things that if we look back to the Hope game and also the Lincoln Park game, when the running back can get the corner And you know, he's a big guy. You can tell he's a physical runner. Will DeMille set the edge to turn him back in, but then couldn't come up with the tackle. But you know, again, by forcing him in, gave an opportunity for the pursuit from the weak side and from the linebacker position to be able to make that tackle.
That's right. And you know, Westinghouse was going jumbo set essentially on that one, with almost looked like a field goal kicking formation, right? With multiple linemen, not allowing our defensive end to get out there. So DeMille did a good job turning it up. He just, you know, got to get a little better pursuit, a little better tackling, and prevent that from, you know, being a 20-yard play to a 5-yard play.
So Westinghouse on the move here. They're going to have a first down at the 26, at the Dolphin 26.
If I can get the, we got a nice turnout here of the Whitney Young parents. Oh, I got a post in the way. Oh well.
Yeah, that happens.
Nice turnout though from our JV parents. Good to see it. Beautiful night here at Obama Field. We didn't give a weather report.
Oh my God, it's a perfect night.
Yeah.
Good night for football. Come on out and join us. Bring us a sandwich.
Tickets available.
Yeah, that's right. But no, great showing. You know, nice to see Dolphin parents out here. I know there's a lot of support. We've got the varsity team still finishing up practice. Always nice when they finish up practice and come over here and support the JVs, which they do. I mean, this is a great program, a lot of togetherness on this program. That's nice to see. So we got Westinghouse back out, shotgun formation, 2 running backs.
Three, jumbo set.
And that's going to give the blockers in front of number
DeMille,
7.
Nice job. Great job. Yep.
Yeah.
You can all see that.
Absolutely. Nice call there, Brian, too, because that was DeMille fighting to keep his edge. And what he allowed there was Pat Billings to come from his line spot for a tackle, and Louis Rivas to come up and clean up on that.
Yep. That's, you know, hate to say I told you so, but remember at the varsity level, they kept trying to go wide. That jet sweep, slot run. That was a quarterback on that time, but that's their goal. They're trying to get outside your defensive end, and we've got to be stout in the middle when they do try us. But really, the focus is going to be our ends, backers, and corners.
So that formation. I mean, you had a quarterback in the shotgun. You had 2 running backs, or like a wing back and a running back, and then they sent the guy in motion. All of those guys, so basically like 3 pulling, exactly, 3 pulling blockers just to completely overload that left-hand side. So great job by DeMille, and then great job by the pursuit from the D-line and the linebacker position.
So, let's give a shout to the defensive tackles here, number 79, number 57.
Yeah. Bubakar Berry back in the lineup, as I mentioned, after an ankle injury, and then Pat Billings, who's really shown a lot this year, has had a number of tackles for loss, had an entire series that he blew up against the Lincoln Park Lions last week, where he was almost taking the snap.
Yeah, he looked great. Yeah.
So he's got a great first step. So we've got 2nd and long, 36 seconds left here in the first half.
So they've got Chase Green now at an end on the short side of the field. Let's see if we've got some fresh legs. Maybe we get a little more pressure here. See what we can.
All right, quarterback looking for pass, going deep. DeMille has great coverage.
Yeah,
great coverage on him. So DeMille, as the kids now say, and Louis Riddick on Monday Night Football, he was in phase on that. So he was step for step with the wide receiver, which allowed him to keep his body in front of him and turn his head and see what was going on. So he made that turn right away, which is a big thing about it. They always talk about flipping the hips, so he had his hips flipped, so he was able to get around and then turn his head. If he's not in that position, then you're in a chase position and you're just trying to watch the wide receiver's eyes and knock something out. So great coverage by DeMille.
Yep, that was a great play. Good push, maybe to force the quarterback throw. Didn't have a lot of extra time. DeMille there in this pocket. And is that the thrill?
That's Will the Thrill DeMille.
That's right.
And what else would he be?
On defense, I don't know if you want to be the thrill. I think it works better when he's wide receiver.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
looks like it's going to
we've
be
got empty set.
Yep.
Oh, no, running back, ball's on the ground, and Barry Gordon coming up with it.
Play. Yep.
So that snap was low. I think it went off the quarterback's foot, and then Bubakar Berry and Barry Gordon right there, and Gordon jumped on top of it, giving giving the Dolphins the ball back with 23 seconds left in the first half. I don't know. What do you think? You think Coach Eddie gambling man?
I don't see why not. You know.
This is all about you only live once. So we got trips to Newman's left. He's got Bradley, Merrill, and Dockett to his left.
Watch the top of your screen. DeMille's got single coverage and the free safety shaded here. Yep, we've got the 3 guys on the bottom.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. That free safety's eyes are over here because of where the 3 receivers are. Newman's eyes are over at DeMille, and he's taking a shot deep. That ball's hanging up, unfortunately, and it's intercepted. And now he's going to end up with a convoy. And out of bounds. Chase Green with the tackle.
Clock still rolling.
So that one just.
That's worth the shot. You got 3 seconds left. They maybe had time for 1 or 2 plays from the. What are they at the 22-yard line or 24? No, I'm sorry, 29. So I like the idea.
I like the idea as long as Westinghouse doesn't score here.
So what was your call? I was watching the line. Was it just a underthrown?
Yeah, I think it just DeMille's fast. I mean, he sort of just outran it. Newman probably should have let it go a little bit earlier. He did have the time and he was able to step into it, but he was throwing that thing from the 25 and that interception was about the 40. So, he was getting it out there about 45 yards, which as a sophomore quarterback, I mean, that's probably about what you have in you.
I was a option quarterback, and I could throw it 35 yards. So that's the same thing I could do at a varsity level. So there's nothing wrong with that cannon. So.
All right, so Westinghouse is going to have probably 1 play here, 10 seconds left. I mean, the first half was just flying, and then as soon as we mentioned it, it slowed to a crawl.
Well, it looks like, by the way, they just moved their quarterback 4 over here to a wide receiver. So this might, I think they've been
maybe rotating these things around. So they're going to. 7 on his own out there. And somebody make a tackle. Makes a tackle. 2.3 seconds left, so they get 2 plays off.
Okay.
And that's going to be a first down somewhere in the vicinity of the 10-yard line. Yeah. So, I mean, Westinghouse definitely has a shot of scoring here right before halftime. They're going to have their final play here.
It's about the 12-yard line I'm seeing. Is that what you're seeing? 12?
Yep, that looks about right. There's the big line. Yep, let's call it the 12.
So 1 crack at the end zone here for Westinghouse.
So what do you think, Coach? You gonna keep it in the quarterback's hands here?
Yeah, I think 7 here. This quarterback shown the wheels. I haven't seen his arm. I think 4 was the thrower, and that's why.
Try to get him to the edge again.
Yep.
And that's the jet sweep, and they've
sweep.
got.
Oh boy, here we go.
Yep. And that was a score.
So we don't like that deep pass, huh?
No, so that was a jet sweep where they had a whole lot of speed, a whole lot of blockers out there leading the convoy for a touchdown for Westinghouse right here as we end the half. So we'll have an extra point try here.
Tough break for the Dolphins. They've been playing really well. It's a couple bad plays there at the end. Otherwise they would have gone in tied at halftime, but they've looked pretty good. Let's see, make a stop here, keep it to a 6-point game.
So Westinghouse out. We got a quarterback, looks to be in a shotgun formation, running back to his left side. So a lot like the formation we just saw on that. We'll see if they run a guy in motion again. Run a guy in motion from left to right, and that's going to be a keeper. There was a hold that wasn't called. That was called.
Yeah, we got 2 flags on that one.
Yeah, well, Tristan Merrill got tackled.
Yeah,
so
you could see him there. His shirt's hanging off his shoulder pads. Oh. They undressed him.
Yeah. So, I mean, Brian, if you and I are seeing that, we would very well hope that the CPS referees would be able to see it as well.
Yeah, that was definitely a little open on that side, but he was in the right place, forcing to make that penalty.
Yep. So they'll march that off from the spot of the foul, 10 yards. So definitely give Westinghouse a little more challenge to face on the 2-point conversion attempt here. Westinghouse up 6-0. Again, we're going to go to our halftime show. We're going to kick it back to Brian and Barry in the booth for the halftime show.
Oh, the helicopter. fastest 2 minutes in sports at the halftime?
Well, actually, I think we have a lot of time to kill, so we'll go as slow as possible. All right, Westinghouse on for the 2-point conversion from their 20-yard line.
Yeah, spot foul. So it was a 10.
Yep, 7 in the shotgun. He's turning. He's looking downfield. Now DeMille's got to get his head around. Oh, he didn't get his head around, but he got his hand up fortuitously and knocked that ball away.
That's a nice play.
So that, in that regard, DeMille probably reading the receiver's eyes on that and was anticipated when that ball was arriving, even though he wasn't seeing it. So great play by Will DeMille. We end the half. Dolphins do give up a touchdown right before half. They're down 6-0. And we're going to stay with you here. It looks like we've got
give the skyline screenshot here. We watch the sunset.
All right, and we've got I think probably 10 minutes on the clock or so. Brian, let's talk. Let's flip it over to Varsity a little bit and talk. The team is on a roll, 5-0 this season, 3-0 last season, which is actually 2021. So
8-0 in 2021.
Yeah, 8-0. This past week, homecoming game against Perspectives out at Rockne Stadium, electric atmosphere again. All the students out there on the Whitney Young side. Basically a sellout crowd. You were on the field with the Sticks for that?
Yes, that's right. I was down on the field. Perspectives had high hopes coming in. We had a couple good breaks in some of those kickoffs.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, it was a 30-mile-an-hour wind out of the south. Same wind that the JV team experienced, but we got the benefit of it at the varsity level.
Yeah, so there was and I can't remember if that was after the first score. I mean, Skotanis had a touchdown.
Yeah, I think it was after the first score. Yeah. So the second and third scores, we were dealing with short fields.
Yeah.
It was a Nando, I'd say a pop-up.
Yeah, it wasn't. I don't think it was planned. Definitely not the first time.
Nope.
Pop-up that Will Carter came down with for the Whitney Young Dolphins to recover for them. So it was a 7-play drive. Then Carter recovers the onside kick. They go for another 7-yard. I think that was capped by Patrick McHale touchdown. I mean, Patrick had 4 on the day, so I'll probably just default to saying it was a Patrick McHale touchdown.
Patrick McHale had 3, I thought, but one of them was his interception that he fumbled lateral to Anthony Hood.
Yeah,
right?
Well, I think he had 3 rushing. I think he had 1 passing. And then Hood had 3 in 3 different aspects of the game. He had 1 rushing out of the Wildcat formation. He caught the pass from McHale, and he also, on the interception return,
variation of a pick six.
Yeah. So McHale had made the interception. I think had slipped, and actually I think his own knee popped the ball out straight up in the air. Hood collected it and made some really nice moves downfield for that. So a big win, win in a lot of different facets. Keeps the team rolling to this week against Phillips.
Right. So I think, just talking varsity, let's start from the inside and work our way out. On the trenches on the offensive side of the ball, we're playing a lot of freshmen and sophomores.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you guys have talked about it in some of the previous broadcasts on how a lot of freshmen and sophomores are being called up to varsity just for numbers' sakes. And the coaches have been mixing and matching, and they found a good mix this last game against Perspectives. So that was very promising. It's probably our best blocking game. McHale did a great job hitting Nick Dale, a lot of out, using the tight end very effectively, and that freed the game up. And I think the player of the game in my mind was Anthony Hood. He made a couple great grabs, as you said, scored 3 different ways. When you get those different things clicking, and of course Patrick McHale having the running, the offense was probably our best offensive game of the season.
Yeah, it's a very balanced attack, and they showed a lot. The Dolphins are showing some different ways to move the ball around. I mean, Skotanis is going to get you yards on the ground. Actually, Sam Wyatt from the running back position gives them another thumper that has come in there.
They're a bit of a thunder and lightning. Skotanis likes to break off tackle, and he's great bouncing it outside. Well, Wyatt's just a kind of old school.
Yeah, that he is. He just wants to hit people.
Yeah, it's a north-south runner, right?
So he's like, hey, coach, where can I hit the most people? So they're like,
he
okay,
and Joe Clayton have been drinking from the same water fountain.
Yep, absolutely. They like to lay the wood, which is great.
And then let's talk a little bit about the defense. I wanted to mention, we have an all-senior defensive line. They've been playing fantastic. They've really, in my opinion, been the strength of the team this year. those 4, we've only given up 2 defensive touchdowns on the season, I believe. We've had a couple special teams touchdowns. But our defense has really performed great, I think beyond expectations. So, just a little shout out to that all-senior defensive line for the job they did and holding perspectives, really in check the whole game.
Yeah. And again, it's a D-line that does make some plays that you see. That you're calling out numbers of Bessario or an Amos, but they're also freeing up a ton for the linebackers. So Joseph Clayton, Alec Dale, and Sam Wyatt.
McHale's interception was caused by pressure on the quarterback. That front 4 has with the straw that stirs the drink, shall we say. They've done a great job.
Yeah.
So looking ahead to, I think just want to recap where we are. So we've got to be really happy with the way our offense has come around. Very happy with our defensive front. So that leads us into our battle with Phillips. Coming up. And Phillips, for those that don't know, is kind of a traditional CPS power. In the last 6 years, they've been in the state title game for their division 3 times, won twice, so 2-time state champion in the last 6 years. They are a smaller school, so they're in a 4A classification while we're a 7A. So they are, they're a formidable opponent. They're 3-2 on the year, I believe.
Yep, 3-2.
But their 2 losses were trips out to the suburbs against Batavia
and Mount Carmel. So Batavia is, if you look at the top 25 poll in the Sun-Times, Batavia is at 5-0 right now. They're ranked number 11, and Mount Carmel is a traditional power. They're 4-1 with a notable loss, but they're ranked number 14. And so then after those 2 games, Phillips has taken it to Westinghouse, beat them 28-0, beat Taft 32-7, and then in a big game against Simeon this past weekend, won on a last-second touchdown pass, won 14-12. That was Tyler Turner, their star quarterback, made a nice touchdown pass to Avante Savage to their second hookup of the day for the win.
Yeah, no, that was a big battle. That was, I think the Sun-Times dubbed that the unofficial city Super Bowl with the Simeon-Phillips matchup. But, as you pointed out, Mount Carmel just lost to our neighbors to the south, St. Ignatius, which was, there was no Vegas line, I'm sure, but they were probably a 20 or 30-point underdog, and they wound up winning 27-0. So gives hope to us, I think, as just an indication anything can happen on any given night. The word I've been getting from the varsity is just generally speaking, they're big, they're strong, they're fast, but they're beatable. I think that we've seen our team go out and out-execute some of these teams in the first 5 games for the most part. I think pretty much every game, really. Lane was a struggle, but we've really shown some quality execution. And that's going to be the key against Phillips. They've got a couple real big, strong defensive tackles, and their defensive ends like to crash and blitz, and they're very aggressive. So it's going to be a little bit like we were talking about this game here, where Westinghouse is really clogging the middle, but there might be some opportunities on the side. Look for Anthony Hood to get the chance to make some plays. Look for Frank Scotanis to try to kick some things to the outside. There will be a lot of pressure on Patrick McHale. Anybody with a video camera or YouTube account can see our games and know he's a mobile quarterback. So they're probably going to be containing him or focusing on that. So I think, we've got some opportunities. Let's see if our guys can do it.
Yeah, yep, exactly. And I would say, Patrick McHale has delivered throughout the year. When the big first down is needed, a lot of times the ball's been in his hands, and he's run for that. He's gotten to the edge. He's sneaky fast, has some great moves. And ball skills. This past game, I'll say my job for the game was I was shooting the game film. I was up next to the press box shooting game film for Huddle. And I did catch the first RPO where McHale kept the ball for a touchdown run that got called back.
Right.
And then the next one, he put the ball in Scotanis' gut and executed an amazing fake. I went with Scotanis as well as I think everybody in the crowd and everybody on the Perspectives team. And I literally shut the play down. Like you end the play, I ended the play because I thought Frank got tackled. It's like, oh, nice, 10-yard gain. Frank got tackled. And here's Patrick McHale in the end zone. So it showed my ineptitude and Patrick McHale's his skills on the football field. So great to see him. And the senior leadership out of those guys has really, really been a fun team to watch. I know that it means a lot to everyone connected to this program, and we've mentioned it before. This is a Whitney Young program that these seniors, they were coming in after we had a season that was shut down because we didn't have enough players. That when these guys were in 8th grade, and then the following year, in restarting the program, had to get moved all the way down to the lowest division within CPS. So they went 10-0 that year. The following year they went 4-4, but lost out on opportunity for the playoffs because of the Chicago teachers strike. And then last year, as a COVID year, we got in 3 games. We had a few more on the schedule. We got shut down for a few weeks. So these seniors have seen a lot. I think about something. I overheard a conversation between Bennett Newman and Anthony Hood earlier this year, and they were just talking about how they can't imagine this program without Patrick McHale, without Sam Wyatt, without Tommy Pizzario, without Frank Skotanis, because those guys are Whitney Young football.
They are.
And it's it'll be a lot of fun watching the next 3 weeks of conference play, and hopefully the season just continues from there. City playoffs, state playoffs from there. So it'll be a lot of fun.
And there's your varsity recap as we don't want to talk over the kickoff here. We got a great chance to even up the score here. We're going to get the ball to start the second half. We'll see how their kicking game looks here. They did not try a field goal, or excuse me, extra point. I apologize. After their touchdown, so not a lot of confidence in the kicking game. We'll see what Westinghouse can do now.
Yeah, looks like we've got Will DeMille, and I think that's probably Brandon Dockett deep. Should be, given
Let
he's.
me interrupt you real quick.
Yep.
Westinghouse's varsity did nothing but onside kicks. So
Yes, absolutely. Good film study there, and that's what they did against us, and that's what they had done earlier in the year, which I have to say, quite frankly, is not a bad idea.
No, it's not a bad idea. It's a little, for safety reasons, I would rather say.
Yeah, and I think you made a call here, Brian. It would almost seem like that's what they're doing.
You can see look at our front line is literally on their toes. So
they're ready. Now, if they do kick it deep, hopefully DeMille and Dockett get up there and take care of business, unlike the Perspectives varsity team where they didn't get on the ball. So here we go, starting off and they are going to go deep. The ball hits the ground.
Get on it.
Dockett's got it. He's heading upfield, taken down at the 36-yard line. So
that was a nice pitching wedge from that.
Yeah, absolutely. Checked up. A heck of a lot better than my pitching wedge.
I was watching the Ryder Cup last week. He said crowd-pleasing backspin from that kicker. That was
and credit to Brandon Dockett because
he got it.
He got up and he took a lick on that. So.
Yeah. All right. So what do we think here? You're the veteran. We're going to go with the air, go to the ground. What are you looking for?
Well, it would be nice to get Duenas started here, and he did look very good against Clark. They're going to go to the 2-back set. Actually, Duenas is out. We've got Louis Ortiz as the tail of the tandem.
So he gets a little action here. We'll see if he can fresh legs.
And there's the handoff to Ortiz, and it is fresh legs right up the middle.
Nice burst.
Pick up at 9,
Yep.
Which is great. And I have to say, I think that's what they're looking for out of that running back position. I mean, just don't dance, just go north and south and get that. Which now it's great. It gives you an opportunity at the 2nd and 1 to figure out what you want to do here.
And that right side of the offensive line did a fantastic job on that play.
Yeah, so you've got.
Was that Zaire?
Yeah, I think I gotta get my numbers right here. I think Pat Billings. I think we got Boubacar Berry as the right guard, and then Quinn Beck at the right tackle position.
Quinn Beck, is he your converted wide receiver?
Absolutely, he's the wide receiver.
That was a great play by Quinn Beck.
Newman on the quarterback keeper.
And look, Beck's down there again. Beck and Berry, they're 10 yards down the field.
All right, first down for Newman. They just took that right up the middle, said, hey, let's take the first down and keep things moving. So it's first down right at the midfield stripe.
I'm impressed. The first 2 plays just firing right off. I was worried about our guys getting tired because, as I said, Westinghouse is rotating their full lines, so they should be a little fresher than us. But I'll tell you, we looked the fresher on that play.
Yeah, I will say, size-wise, they probably have us beat by a bit, but this is the most evenly matched we've had from an offensive-defensive line position.
Yep.
All right, so Newman under center again. Rivas as the tail of the tandem.
Fake.
A fake on that. He's got
nice pass.
Mendez open.
Great play.
Really nice play.
Nice spin of the ball, right in the numbers, in stride.
Newman hung in there.
So that fake to the running back sucked the defensive end and the outside linebacker and opened it up for the is that the fullback sneaking out, right?
Yep, exactly. So that's your that's a balanced offense, which allows you to do some of those things. So nice pitch and catch. Newman to Mendez.
At the JV level, that's a hard play to execute.
Absolutely.
That's a real nice. I think that's a real nice play. Not just your handoff, fullback up the gut. You had play action. You had a little roll out.
All right, so now we've got Newman in the gun.
Little pistol formation.
Yep. Louis Ortiz right behind him. Handoff to Ortiz. He's fighting for the first down.
Got the first down. That's a great play.
Yeah, move those chains.
I got a B over here. That's why I'm swinging around.
Oh, I thought you were signaling first down, which is correct.
I apologize for the camera work here. There is a B in the booth.
All right, so first down at the 40.
And that was all the effort of the running back, Luis Ortiz.
Yep, really nice job. Just took it up the middle. I mean, again, that's
Take what
yep.
you can get.
Yep.
We call it a Wyatt run?
Yes. Well, Wyatt, yeah. I mean, you would have delivered a little bit more punishment on that one. All right, so again, yeah, you're right. Pistol formation. Newman back to pass. Ball gets tipped and incomplete. So I'm not sure he was going to over there, but he actually had both Dockett and DeMille. But that ball, their D end on this side, number 9, he's got some height and I think a little bit of reach as well.
He's a good athlete.
Yeah.
He's been playing a good game for them.
So second and long, 6 minutes and 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Westinghouse with a 6-0 lead. Dolphins putting together a drive here.
I'd say marching, definitely marching.
So again, I always try to guess these things. They spent a little bit more time in the huddle there, and a few new things that were put in this week. So Louis Rivas as the running back. We've got Merrill and Dockett.
Trips on the bottom, DeMille isolated on the top.
And Solomon Bradley. Merrill in motion to the left-hand side. There's a handoff to Ortiz. He's going to pick up a couple.
Ortiz is the 145-pound battering ram we didn't know we had.
Yep, that's right.
Sticking his nose in there. Great series for him.
Yep, so he picked up 4.
I think he's feeling it too.
Maybe more like 3. So we're going to go 3rd and 7 from the 43.
So we've been pounding in the middle and a little short pass. Maybe we try to open it up here. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, they have been getting some protection.
We got DeMille isolated here on the bottom, single coverage.
Yep, so we've talked about this before where we see, and they're dropping their other linebacker back as a safety on this side, so he may have that spot. He's got Tristan Merrill. Nice ball delivered for a first down. So they ran that trips to the right.
Great timing.
I think that was their hitches play, all running relatively short hitches.
And
Newman got the ball out for the first down to Merrill.
Very nice play. Just get enough for the first down. I was calling for the home run, but
Brian, you just be patient. Stick with us here. Stick with us here. We're going to grind it out a little bit. We're working some clock.
Yep,
we got 4:34 left here in the third quarter. So back to the 2 running back I formation. Mendez at quarterback, Louis Ortiz at halfback, Newman under center. I have to say Ben Barrett doing a nice job at that center position.
So it's interesting this drive. We've had a lot more under center.
Yep, Newman checking something there. Gets the snap, fakes the handoff, on the roll again. That's the same play.
Same play.
Mendez, make a move, buddy. All right.
There's the clip. Yep. Unfortunately, downfield blocker was trying to get involved and help him out. Got the Westinghouse guy in the back. So we're going to see a block in the back, I think, on that play. Unfortunately, we'll see.
Yep, that is correct, Brian.
But that should be a spot foul, so it will limit our yardage, but still should be a positive play for us, I think.
So that is a play that has been dialed up twice that has worked well. Again, off the play action. Yeah, so,
and that's
Mendez, who had an ankle in the first half and has been back in there. Gimpy again. Yeah, I'm guessing we'll call that. Here's our second Northwestern reference. That would be a lower body injury.
Lower body injury
is how it works out of the Northwestern program.
Yeah,
but yeah, looks like an ankle there.
He doesn't seem hopefully it's a sprain. Got something tweaked.
Yeah. So let's see where they mark it here. Gonna be what it'll be is I think a replay of first down. And what they did is they marched off.
Yeah, 20, yeah. So we got what? Yeah, 5, second and first and 5.
First and 5, because that penalty was downfield after the reception and first down. So now we've got actually Duenas is in at fullback with Louis Ortiz as the tail of the tandem. Newman under center. Hands off to Ortiz. Not much there.
I like that formation. Duenas is a real good athlete. Ortiz is showing a nose for getting it right up in there. You're talking about milking a long drive. We're already 7 minutes into the third quarter, and we still got the ball.
There we go.
Along, second down.
So second and about 4. So now we're going to be back in a single back set. We have Will DeMille, Dockett, Solomon Bradley, Tristan Merrill all split wide. Newman.
Top of the screen, Merrill's wide open there. They just figured it out.
Yeah, they just rolled somebody there.
I
don't mind that matchup.
Sneaking, yeah.
Newman looking to DeMille.
Nice catch.
Yeah. Slam down out of bounds, but that's going to be a first down.
Very well executed. Yeah, they're bunched in the box, so our receivers are going to be open, and if Newman can keep spinning it like he is.
Yep. Like Newman dubbed the Red Rifle by Coach Leving. I think somebody else in this town has that nickname already, but Newman keeps rolling like this. Who knows? Maybe Andy Dalton would be fine for him to take that title on.
Well, it's reminding me a little bit more of to date ourselves, the old San Francisco 49ers. The short passing game.
Utilizing that fullback out of the backfield.
Fullback, couple dump off pass, couple outs.
All right, so first down. 1st and 10. You can get a first down at about the 1 or 2.
Call timeout.
I don't think they liked something. That was so Coach Eddie calling timeout, having the Dolphins come over.
Well, this is a golden opportunity for us to tie and or take the lead here.
Yeah, so this is where I would normally reference where we started and what kind of drive we have. Well, I would never reference it, but Tony would. Where did we start? The 35?
Right around the
35, yeah. We started at 35. So we've had Luis Ortiz with some giving the run game a little bit of life here, just popping things up the middle, getting some things going there, and then Newman's hit a number of different receivers to get this drive.
Yeah, he's spreading the ball around. It's been a nice march. The offensive line, again, we've said it a couple times that they provided a nice pocket, a couple nice little holes. Not gaping holes, but enough for our guys to scoot through.
Let's do a better job of that. I mean, those grinders there. You got Chase Green, Pat Billings, Ben Barrett, Boubacar Berry, Quinn Beck across the front line, and they've been doing a great job, as you've pointed out, Brian. I mean, Westinghouse has been moving guys in and out. I mean, so this is as far as a roster size, Westinghouse has a decent sized roster. We don't always see that in JV games,
right?
But they have it, and they have the depth. So Newman in shotgun, Ortiz behind him. He's rolling to his left. He's got a spot to get north and south.
Definitely making something out of nothing.
Yep.
Something out of nothing.
Slides down. I think he might be hurt, though.
Yeah, it was a little awkward fall.
Yeah. So I think Newman's down. His helmet is off. I think he just got caught out there with
his legs kind of got caught underneath him here, huh?
So got to check on him. The coaching staff is headed over there. going to have Will Schetz probably in at quarterback here.
So
but,
Will got a few plays, I think, last week, right? So
yeah,
he's got a little bit of experience, if nothing.
Yep.
Did he get into the Hope game at all?
He didn't at quarterback. I mean, Will's played a lot of defense for this team and is very athletic.
Yeah.
I think Newman is what they consider sort of more of their prototypical quarterback throwing the ball, where Schetz is a guy who definitely gives them athleticism. Got to the corner a few different times there.
Schetz is wearing number 29, which is always a good sign. He's probably a running quarterback. Right?
Yeah, exactly. So we got Coach Finger heading over there with Coach Eddie Boucher checking on Newman. Newman with his helmet off. Still looks like he's in a bit of pain.
I couldn't see. Was it a rib injury?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I don't know. It's really hard to tell from here. He was definitely being pursued, and I think, like you said, looked a little bit awkward on how he got tackled. Because I think there were like 3 Westinghouse guys over there corralling
him.
His
legs got caught underneath him a little bit. I think so. I thought he might have got a wind knocked down the way he fell, but we'll see. Hoping for the best here. We do have minute 35 and the 3rd period left.
So Dolphins on the drive here, down 6-0. So
I don't want to speculate. They're not looking at his legs, so that's
okay.
Right, Coach Fingers up there.
Yeah, we got now we got the Dolphin coaching staff headed over there, so we'll see on this. Always hate to see this kind of stuff.
But let's just comment: the Westinghouse guys all taking a knee, nice sportsmanship.
Yeah.
They're engaged.
I can't tell quite what they're doing there. I think they're bringing some varsity guys over to help them off. We got Nick Dale heading over there. Zion Nichols.
Yeah.
Westinghouse crowd giving Newman a hand.
Yeah, nice sportsmanship. The Westinghouse guys they had a great turnout for their varsity team. Westinghouse is a traditional, strong program. Good parent support. Okay, so he's walking a little gingerly.
Yeah, kind of hard to tell. I mean, at least both. Now they're gonna just pick him up,
That might be an ankle.
Yeah, pick up all 137 pounds of that. He's trying to put some weight on it.
Yeah.
Trying to put some weight on it. So Newman's been leading them on a nice drive here, mixing things up, made some nice throws.
Yeah.
That was a roll to the left-hand side where he got a bit of the edge, but then the pursuit caught up with him.
I think that was one of those plays where it was designed to be a quicker pass.
Yeah, I think so too. I think there wasn't anything there, and so he was.
Rib. Yeah, he had the ball and got hit it.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
When I touched it, it's not.
We're getting the report from Dr. Finger, team physician and head coach.
Yeah.
He's telling us it's a rib.
Bruised rib. Yeah.
Yep.
So it looked like when he fell over, it kind of. You can watch it back on the replay of our broadcast. Kind of fell over. It crumpled more than got twisted in it. The ball gets in there and. Sounds like it's a rib, but it's not broken, so that's going to be real painful.
It's not broken?
That's what he was saying. I'm going with Dr. Finger on this one.
All right, let's go with Dr. Finger on that.
Yeah.
And that's what we hope for. So now the dad of the quarterback has to start calling the play-by-play again. Schetz with a handoff to Ortiz. He gets a couple.
Yep.
So we're going to be looking at a 3rd down play here. Newman had picked up, call it 2 or 3 on his scramble. Ortiz maybe picked up 1 there.
Yeah.
So we got about 3rd and 7. Again, Will Schetz in at quarterback, number 29.
And 3rd and 7, I think, from the 8. So we have
Yep, that's a spot that we can pick up a first down.
Down by 6. I'd say it's kind of 2-down territory to get in the end zone.
Yep, absolutely. Unless we can get Nando to. If you're a Whitney Dolphin fan, you know Fernando Lozano is a weapon in the kicking game. So we got Schetz on 3rd down, 3rd and 7 in the shotgun. Ortiz behind him. He gets the snap. He's looking. Now he's running. He's
got to unload it.
He throws it up in the air,
Ooh.
and ball was almost intercepted. I actually think maybe Solomon Bradley or Merrill made a play over there to break that up.
That was almost like a Hail Mary type of situation.
Yeah.
You had about 4 guys all in the same spot. I think Schetz, being new to the game, that was a tough read. He had a lot of time.
Yep.
No, that's the end of the 3rd quarter.
End of the 3rd quarter.
How about that for a drive? We have literally had the ball
the entire 3rd quarter.
Great ball control. I think that's a credit to the offensive line. Ortiz, great job running.
Yep. So let's just see if we can come up with something here on 4th down.
And, of course, we're going to change ends of the field here for us, for all those on the broadcast. Beautiful night here at Michelle Obama Field.
Yeah, what a great facility, great opportunity for Whitney Young football. You're just talking about last week we were out at Lincoln Park, and they've got a really nice new field, but not anywhere close to their school.
No.
So our guys can dress across the street, look at film across the street, and then just come out here and get on the field and play. So great opportunity for the program to have this facility, and great for us to be able to bring you the game live streaming here from Michelle Obama Field. We've got everybody flipping on the way down. We've got Newman in front of us with Dr. Finger checking him out right now, as well as the Dale brothers and Andrew Latham.
If you get that on the side of your ribs, there's no pads there. You just can't.
Yeah.
He's got I can see he's got the flak jacket in the back.
Yeah, that's a Patrick McHale flak jacket gift to Bennett Newman. That was varsity quarterback providing his old flak jacket to Newman, so probably protected him a bit there. All right, so we got 4th down, start of the 4th quarter here, 6-0 Westinghouse leading. 4th
down and essentially goal. This is a very big play.
Gotta take care of business. Schetz under center. Oh, we got the Westinghouse jumped off sides. Hopefully there wasn't movement by the Dolphins.
Yeah, no, we're clapping. We're getting a good positive reaction.
So we've talked a lot about if you could institute a hard count and make it work. I'm not sure if there was a hard count there, or if Westinghouse just got fired up.
On the varsity level, we've been doing that. You'll notice a couple times a game, just running the line and doing a hard count, catching the defense off guard. And I'm sure they've been working against that as the scout team here, essentially, right? So they're used to it. Nice discipline.
Yep. So that gives them.
Now they're going 3rd down on the.
Oh yeah, that's right. It is. Well, no, it's not 3rd down. It's 4th down because it was a Newman run, a Rivas run, and an incomplete pass in the end zone. So it is 4th down. Hopefully, Coach Eddie knows that it's 4th down.
They just changed the sticks over to 4th.
Yep. So Schetz is going under center. He's got Mendez back in the game at fullback, Rivas at halfback. Schetz is just running. He's heading to the end zone, and he's taken down short.
But he might have a 1st down. So
yeah, you're marking it off. I think you're right. I think that did get him a 1st down.
He had the opening. He took it. Let's see where we end up. Oh, no, they're saying just short. Looks like a just short.
Oh, man. So, yeah, you're right. I mean, he had Merrill for a second, but I think he was thinking run all the way if he could get to that corner.
Just in the game,
I think they are calling it a 1st down.
There we go, yeah.
All right.
So we got 1st and goal from the 1.
Hey, who's ever working the sticks over there, kudos to them. Like, everything that you can get.
They've been following my instructions. You move it a little.
All right, so I think here we don't get fancy, right?
No.
What are you going to dial up? A little quarterback keeper.
You know what I would do? let's let Luis Ortiz get, he's been carrying the mail the whole way down.
All right, all right.
We've never had a negative play with him. Just jam it right in there. Maybe take some narrow splits, and away we go. You have 4 chances. We're down to 9 minutes in the fourth quarter. Let's see if we can't keep milking the clock. So we need to get the clock going.
All right, so first and goal from the 1. Schetz is in the pistol. Whitney Young taking a timeout here.
Yeah, I
want to make sure you get this right.
You've had that I formation. The issue you might have with Schetz is he has not done a lot under center probably.
Yeah.
He's probably more comfortable in the shotgun formation. It's going to be a little difficult for him to get under center, maybe just because they haven't had the reps, quite frankly. So.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
That's okay.
We've got, Dr. Finger's still attending to Bennett Newman over here on the sideline. There's also a trash can involved right now. If we won't fill in any more details than that, but definitely took a rib shot.
It looked like he got it right in the gut.
Yeah, yeah.
Unfortunately.
So we've got some.
He's going to have, that's not fun, but.
He's got to pick up some of those speed pointers from Patrick McHale. You got to get around that corner rather than taking that shot.
Either that or learn the
actually, I think he
slide.
was sliding. I think he was sliding. I think he kind of got hit halfway into his slide. All right, so first down and goal from the 1.
And here we go. We got the I formation. We're going under center.
Yep, 6-0. Dolphins trailing the Westinghouse Warriors. Will Schetz under center.
Narrow splits.
And he's going to take that, and he's going to get a push from behind, and we're going to.
No signal yet.
I think that they're going to call him short, which is impossible for us.
All
right, we got it eventually. All right. Okay. So that ties the game up 6-6.
Very important play here, obviously. Goes without saying. Tie game.
Yep, tie game, and whatever. The clock is running, so I'm not sure. That's why this game has gone a little quicker. Last week, Tony kept saying, every quarter felt like it took about an hour over on the lakefront, and that's when the play was, the clock was on the field. Here, God love our squad over there, our training, our managers, but I think that this has got to be a stoppage of the clock.
I had thought they either did one of two things. They either did 10-minute quarters, which we're set at, or a running clock with 12-minute quarters. But
it has not been a running clock, but
now it's stopped.
So, they stopped it now, but after about a minute rolled off. So, we got 6-6. Dolphins just tied it up on a 1-yard Will Schetz quarterback keeper up the middle.
All right,
we got for the 2-point conversion. Yep, huge play. You got Schetz in shotgun, Ortiz behind him. He's going to send Tristan Merrill in motion, and the snap and handoff to Ortiz, and that got blown up.
That was that defensive end we pointed out earlier for Westinghouse.
Right up the middle.
He just blew that play out. That was a nice. Not much you can do. Sometimes you just get beat at the point of attack, but great. Can we say 12-minute drive?
Yep.
65 yards. We had quarterback change, completed passes, different running plays, good offensive line play. I think that. Take away a good one there now.
And then I'll say the clock is running right now again. So I don't know what's going on here. Anyway, it would be nice for the Dolphins to get a stop here and flip the ball over on the offensive side. But again, great drive, excellent drive. They had started that on their 35 and methodically got downfield. And again, if I had written any of these things down, I could give you a better play-by-play recap on that, but definitely some runs from Louis Rivas. I'm a little conflicted right now, but I've got Bennett just a few feet away from me, and he looks like he's doing okay over there.
Yeah, I think.
So
you're not buying a double cheeseburger tonight.
Probably not. Probably not. Although maybe. I mean, at that point, there's nothing left in there, so he's probably looking for that. But good to see the support he's getting on the sideline from the varsity guys and Ben Barrett, Coach Lemming over here now, Dr. Finger back, checking him out. So we got Solomon Bradley ready to do the kickoff. We've got Westinghouse with 3 guys deep. Bradley lining up. Mason McCoo is the wide guy on this side. Barry Gordon. So the kick is not away. Just call that a psych. I think we had to wait for the whistle. We had to wait for the whistle from the referee. I think now he's blowing it. Now we can get going here. So Bradley with the kick. It's away. A nice kick. Drives the Westinghouse guy back to his 20. He cuts to his right. Great pursuit. Now we just got to finish the deal here. Great pursuit. Barry Gordon eventually making the tackle, but that was Louis Rivas. That was
right in front of the varsity team here.
Tristan Merrill. I mean, that was excellent. Really, really well done by the special teams of the Dolphins, because those are some of those things you worry about when a guy kind of switches directions there. But they did what they needed to do. You know, they filled their lanes and took care of their assignments.
Well, and they just blew past the blockers. But, you know, it was a great hustle from the whole left side of that kick coverage team.
Yeah.
Oh, now we got a flag. Something's going on.
I wonder what the flag is for. That's interesting.
Is that marking the ball?
We did have a well, let's see, unsportsmanlike conduct on Westinghouse.
Wow, 15-yard
so
penalty.
I'm not sure where that came from. Somewhere potentially on the field. I have to say, CPS referees they don't take a lot of flack.
No, I've been in there where we had an incident a few weeks ago at the varsity level on our team where just a word that we've all heard got a kid thrown out.
Yeah, yep. As well it should. So let's reset, if I can, the defense for the Dolphins. So I'm looking out on the field. Barry Gordon's played a great game. He's out there on the D line. Pat Billings, whose name we haven't called as much, but we know he's doing his job in the middle of that line.
He's having a great game.
We've got Duenas in at linebacker, along with Mendez. I mean, Mendez has been banged up, come off the field twice on ankles. Yeah, he's back in because he wants to hit some people.
There we go.
He's ready to hit some people. Tristan Merrill in there, number 36, Reed Favaro, who is stepping in for Jason Perez, and he's done a really nice job on that DN spot. Brandon Dockett out here on the left side corner. On the right side corner, Will DeMille is coming with some nice plays. We got Solomon Bradley as the free safety playing that center field slot. So big thing here, Westinghouse has a lot of yardage in front of them. They've got 7 minutes, 53 seconds left. All about just maintaining your assignments, keeping that contained. So Westinghouse in the gun, a handoff, ball's on the ground, but I think their running back picked it back up again. So that thing just popped right back up to him. They're going to end up, well, and actually, you know what? That penalty was a post-possession penalty.
That's
so
right.
they were starting at a 1st and 15.
1st and 25.
1st and 25. Yeah, sorry.
15, that's right.
Yep. So now they
Picked up 2.
Yep. Picked up 2.
Looks like we've got number 84 playing a defensive tackle.
Yep. So Tristan Merrill. Yep. In on the line.
Inside,
yeah. So we got Boubacar Berry out, but he's after being out with an ankle injury. Nice that we've got him on the field throughout the game.
Well, this is going to be a real challenge because he's an undersized defensive tackle. I think with 7 minutes left in the game, if we can get a stop here, there's a chance to close this out. So
Again, we got some Dolphin fans cheering. We got the handoff in the middle, bouncing it outside. You got to bring him down. Mendez. Mendez has been sticking it, guys, left and right. Now, he got a ton of help there. Again, Barry Gordon. Barry Gordon taking care of things. Alec Dale cheering on the sidelines. He knew that was the kind of play that we wanted to see out of Dolphins defense.
Well, they keep stringing that sweep out, and that's the right play.
And again,
number 49 keeps cleaning it up. They try to cut back after a little bit, and Mendez is having a great game from that middle linebacker spot.
Yep, so 6:19 left here in the fourth quarter. 6-6 tie. Westinghouse with a 3rd and long. Quarterback in the shotgun.
This is their running quarterback.
Yep, exactly. So he's going to try to get out. And again, assignments were taken care of. Now we got to take care of business over there, Schetz. So Damian Mendez again pushes him out of bounds. They did pick up quite a bit
so
on
it's
that.
3rd and 16, so it looks like they got about 8, I'm going to say.
Yep,
So we got 4th and 8 now.
So 4th down, and
Oh, they're calling it. Yeah. They're stopping at 7.
Yeah, 4th and 7.
Yep.
And you got to think Westinghouse is going for it. I mean, this is.
They didn't take the long 2-mile bus ride to.
Heck no. I mean,
tie.
that's and nor would we want them to punt it here. Come on, let's line it up here. Let's line it up, Dolphin D. Again, keep your assignments here. What do you think, Coach? I mean, probably.
I'm watching Gordon. I'm watching number 34. He's come up with a bunch of big plays.
And
the edge. He's on the wide side of the field.
Where they've been able to get some action is that quarterback keeper.
Yep. Watch the play running towards us on the screen here towards number 34.
Yep. Oh, and that's stacked up right off the bat.
57.
Pat Billings.
What a play. He's had a great game. We haven't called his name individually enough, but Billings has played
Pat Billings comes up with plays, man.
Yep.
That was a great play. Just shot the middle and took care of business, and he's feeling it out there.
Yeah, good for
Pat's
him.
giving a little.
Good for him.
Yeah.
So we got 4 minutes, 59 seconds left in the game. In our last drive, we marched the full length of 65 yards in 12 minutes. So can we do the last 35 yards here with the ball on their 35-yard line in 5 minutes?
Yep, let's see. And so, again, that offensive line doing their job up there. We got Boubacar Berry, Pat Billings, Ben Barrett again. I mentioned it. I mean, that center position is not an easy position to play at all, and he's been doing a great job up there all day. And then again, Chase Green and Quinn Beck on our outside. So
Quinn Beck's done a great job. Let's call him out because he's lined up against a real strong defensive end, and we haven't heard much from that defensive end over there.
Shet's under center. Gives it to Ortiz, who gets going north and south.
Yep. Second down, pick up 3. You keep that's a dual-purpose run, right? You get a few yards, but you're also keeping those backers honest.
Yep.
You gotta stay inside.
Well, and I think in thinking ahead here, I mean, it's like I guess we saw the failed jet sweep to DeMille earlier.
I think the play we saw 2 times on the last drive that you fake the handoff and the fullback sneaks out to the side.
Yep.
So those linebackers are staying in because they know they got to hang around because Ortiz is just going to run past them or run over, I should say, past them. So they have to stay in there tight, and it'll eventually open up something in the flat. So
2nd and 7.
Okay, so we're shifting the sides. We're going.
Yep. So we're going to have a single running back set with Ortiz. We got wide receivers, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Shet's getting the snap. Schnetz rolling to his left. He fumbled the ball. Ball's on the ground. I think maybe the Dolphins got back on top of that. I think that either Chase Green got back in there on it. Actually, I think Quinn Beck. Quinn Beck. So those guys got back on top of that ball, which was big.
That's a very important play. Do you think Westinghouse is going to call a timeout here? Yep, they are.
So 3:33 left. Tied 6-6. Westinghouse already has 1 tie on their record. Again, that was a 6-6 tie against Hope, who, again, Hope, I don't remember the final score in our game against Hope, but wasn't pretty. And so to have us matched up 6-6 right now, late in the 4th quarter, definitely a good game for the Dolphins. Let's see if we can come up with something here on 3rd and long. So Coach Eddie talking to the troops out there, talking to Shetz. I think the one thing they want, I think Will is because he hasn't taken as many snaps, maybe a bit more prone to wanting to run there instead of looking downfield for some of those guys, but we'll see. And again, tough position for him coming in here after playing a quarter in that Lincoln Park game, and then having to come in a game where they were still down. I mean, so he finished off that scoring drive that Newman had put together for the Dolphins.
Yeah, no, this is a tough spot. 3rd and 15, what do? Do you take a few extra yards, try to do a 2-down territory with 3 minutes left, or you try to take a
you're not going to punt it, and you're not going to kick a field goal. So I think, maybe, let's see, we've got Duenas lined up at fullback.
Well, let's see, we had a lot of luck with those underneath crossing routes with Newman at a quarterback.
Luis Rivas Schetz on the run. He does have Duenas out of that fullback slot. Duenas picking his spots. Come on. So he gets upfield, gets a bunch of that back. Going to be about 4th and 8. So, hey, nice call there, Coach.
There you go.
I mean, exactly that. Schetz was able to keep the play alive with his feet, get over there and deliver it to Duenas.
Yeah, he's got a complete pass, so he's got a little confidence now. 4th and I guess they're going to call it 9, where they spotted him. You can pass it underneath. I was going to say they had a lot of success with those underneath crossing routes in the first half, and then that big drive in the third quarter with Newman. Let's see if they can get something like that, maybe just free somebody up, short pass, build the confidence, get a first down and keep the chains moving, and maybe more importantly, keep Westinghouse's offense off the field.
Yep. Yeah, that is the recipe right now. It's a good recipe dialed up. So 4th and about 8. See Eddie Boucher again talking to Schetz. I don't know. I mean,
what do you think?
You're going to roll it again? Coach Finger on the field as well, encouraging the guys, which, I mean, those guys have to feel nice about that. You got the varsity team watching. You got a guy like Tommy Bazzario on the sidelines.
There's a better shot.
Patrick McHale.
Parent group, good parent turnout here.
Yeah.
We got some
all right, so here we go.
varsity players. Here we
Let's see if we can find a first down here. Schetz in the pistol. He's looking back. He got all day. He wings it out to DeMille. Going to be short of a first down, though.
That's right. I think that's okay. Tried to pass the underneath. That's what they were looking for.
Yep.
Great. How about that line protection?
Yeah, absolutely. He
So
was camped back there.
And Westinghouse must have changed their stripes and actually put some defensive backs in the field.
Yeah, yep. So they were going back. I wasn't quite watching exactly what the coverage was. So now we go. Dolphins back on defense. 2 minutes 57 seconds left. 6-6 tie here at Michelle Obama Field. We've seen the Dolphins come up with some big plays. You got Pat Billings and Chase Green in the middle on the defensive line. Looks like Reed Favaro and probably Barry Gordon on the other side.
Yep.
Really nice game. Merrill and Duenas in the linebacker spots. Actually, Mendez. And Duenas actually playing on the weak side safety over on this side. So Westinghouse with a man in motion. They run into each other in the backfield, but they get north and south and pushing to a first down. That's what you call keeping those legs moving.
Yep.
And
that was the clock moving.
Was that number 2? I mean, we'll probably see him with the ball again. That was definitely a nice play for them. So 1st and 10, 2:34 left at the Dolphin 44-yard line. Dolphins again. It's all about maintaining assignments here. You know, I mean, they've got to pick up 46 yards for a TD here. You've got 2:15 with the clock rolling here. So Westinghouse again going to be in the shotgun formation.
Tight formation, double tight ends.
Yep. They're loaded up
right
on the line.
Yep. So they're going to chip away at this. They're not going to try to get the big at all at once. So.
Motion, snap, quarterback still has it. He's looking.
Straight run.
Oh, Barry Gordon, and that is intentional grounding. That flags came flying all over the place. So the in high school football, there's no such thing as throwing the ball away. It's not like you're outside of the tackle box and you can do what you can do in the NFL. So there wasn't
even in the NFL that would have been grounded.
Yeah. There wasn't a receiver anywhere close to him. And again, I don't know. I think that was pursuit out of Barry Gordon on that side of the line of scrimmage.
Well, I think he came the whole way across. I think that quarterback was trying to buy a little time, and Gordon on the backside pursuit from his wide side defensive end chased him the whole way down. Yeah,
and again, while I wasn't watching it, had to be good coverage in the secondary. So guys like Dockett and DeMille and Solomon Bradley doing their jobs down there. So there was nothing for the Westinghouse quarterback to look at. 1:46 left, 6-6 tied game.
Yeah, this is going to put a little pressure on our defensive secondary. At this point, I think they're going to try it out. We saw them complete a deep pass in the first half. to this point, I don't want to jinx it, knock on wood here, but they have not run a play on our side of the 50-yard lines this whole second half. So I think if you're Westinghouse, you got to try to air it out.
Yep.
Although they have their running,
and they did hit on one of those. Yep. Hit on one of those in the first half. So 2nd and long. They're going with the run. It gets stacked up, but a good cutback. DeMille. Oh, I think there's going to be there might be a face mask on it, but DeMille got that ball free and fell on it.
We got an injury for Billings,
Pat Billings is down on the other side of the field. So I think they're calling a face mask on DeMille on that. I'm not sure
he was a high tackle. I don't know that he got the face mask.
Yeah, I don't think Will thinks he got the face mask, definitely. So now we've got Billings down on the other side of the field. It was a forced fumble by DeMille, but referee thought he saw a face mask get pulled there. So you're going to have Westinghouse getting the ball back, and again from that spot they're going to get 15 yards. So they're going to be in a pretty decent position. Plus with Pat Billings on the field, that's not great not great for the Dolphins. I mean, definitely hoping the best for Pat right now. I know he had a dinged up ankle in the Clark game. He got dinged up in that. So we'll see. He is not up yet, but he's sitting up, and I think we were doing the same thing, trying to get some guys over there to help him off the field.
We need a report from Dr. Finger, but
yeah, Dr. Finger's getting in a little extra work here.
Yeah. I'm looking at ankle, but hate to speculate again. We hope the best. He's played a heck of a game, both on the offensive and defensive side of the ball, going both ways. An anchor there at defensive tackle, playing a great job on the offensive line. That long drive was really a credit to him and the rest of the offensive line. So
yeah. So it does look like probably an ankle. He's hopping off here.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I think checking in for him is Boubacar Berry. So Boubacar's got some nice size, made some nice plays for us back in the Clark game. So he's going to be checking in on that D-line. Coach Eddie out there talking to those guys. I think he's all right now about maintain your assignment, get upfield, hold the edges. Those rush ends, hold those edges. We've seen some really, really nice plays from the Dolphins where they've been able to get some of that penetration, string the plays out, and then guys on the backside, the Mendez's and Barry Gordon's and the overall linebacking core making some plays back there.
Yeah, we've seen some great play up front. Our secondary hasn't been tested yet. Again, I'm fearful of the deep shot here. We're going to have a minute and a half left.
Well, and that's exactly it. I mean, I think at this point, hopefully, you can go a little bit in that bend but don't break mode.
Yep.
In the varsity game, there was a time that we were peeking in the backfield. I think definitely this formation. We got.
Yeah, they did not march off a face mask.
Which is strange. Which is very strange.
There's
a pass dropped by number 4. So we have Tristan Merrill and Chase Green on the pressure.
That play with 67 got right up through the middle, right from his defensive tackle position, forced the quarterback to throw it. Little rush, bad timing. That's another one of those plays that's not going to show up in the score sheet.
Yep.
That's just a pressure.
Exactly. So here we're looking on this side of the field. You got Will DeMille was one-on-one, did a nice job staying with his guy. You've got Duenas, I think, playing that safety spot on this side.
Back, strong safety, So.
And then Solomon Bradley, he's got to be our last line of defense. Actually, that's Will Schetz over here.
Yeah, Schetz is playing in that slot. He's covering the slot. So it's a big play, 4th and 9. Stop here, and things will look
You could get the ball back here. So, 4th and 9. Their guy took off a little early. We didn't call it. Gordon on the pursuit. Gets around. I think he went out of bounds right in front of the marker. I mean, Duenas was.
Schetz is signaling our ball.
Yep, Duenas was on the chase
and
there.
Marking him short.
Yep.
They're marking him short.
And he went out of bounds just in front of that first down marker. He needed to pull out the little Russell Wilson, extend the ball before he goes out of bounds.
He made something out of nothing because I thought.
Yeah,
Gordon had
absolutely. Gordon just came through there, shot out of a cannon. And chased him all the way across the field, which looked great.
Yep, 1 minute, 4 seconds left. Let's see what see what Coach Eddie has up his sleeve, huh?
Yeah. I mean, so again, you got Schetz in at quarterback for the injured Bennett Newman. The big playmakers, Will DeMille, Brandon Dockett, Tristan Merrill. What has worked for this team during the day has actually been some of those short runs, as well as the pass to the fullback.
Yeah, with Chet's athleticism, I'd like to see a little, maybe a rollout, a little waggle to the flat, and then we've had luck. We had luck with those short crossing routes to the mill.
Yep.
The mill's showing some elusiveness.
So actually, Barry Gordon checking into that right guard spot, Pat Billings' spot. Schetz in the shotgun. He's back, looking to pass deep.
Boy.
That's going to fall incomplete, which oh boy was a good call on that one, because Dockett was in the vicinity, but I think that the Westinghouse
the
safety had a good shot at it.
Dropped. The linebackers for Westinghouse have been sucking up all the time, so his first read was that kind of short.
Which is actually, I mean, it's fun. I mean, they're definitely playing a good style defense against us. I mean, that's one thing we didn't see against Clark. Clark just kept loading up the box and trying to go after us, and we were able to do some things. And here, it's definitely an interesting defensive set for Westinghouse. So just under a minute, 59.4 seconds left, 6-6 here. Michelle Obama Field. We've got a tie game in the fourth quarter. Dolphins with the ball at their 47-yard line. So you got Schetz in a pistol, Luis Rivas behind him, 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Schetz rolling to his left. He completes it over on the side to Solomon Bradley. Nice grab by Bradley.
That's a tough throw, especially rolling to the left for a right-hander.
Absolutely, really nice connection there. So got outside the pocket and got it out to Bradley for the completion.
So I think Schetz has settled in here. He's completed a nice pass there. I don't know, 53 seconds. Third down.
Third down. Well, let's get a first down, and then we can look at it from there, right?
You know me. I'm talking big shots here.
Brian keeps wanting to go for the jugular here.
Get behind him. We have not tried to take the top off yet. We're due. Let's see.
So Ben Barrett at center again. Really nice job by him all day. Gonna have trips to the right-hand side. So you got Bradley, Merrill, Dockett out on that side. Will DeMille getting double teamed over here.
Yep. There he is. He was covered. Good
and Schetz is on the run, and he looks downfield and almost completes it to DeMille. I mean, that was a great job by Schetz to keep that thing alive.
Yep.
And DeMille almost came down with it, which right at the first down sticks.
Westinghouse knew we went to that well once too often there, and they were on that crossing route. Schetz made a very smart play, tuck it in, keep the play alive, and almost pulled off a first down out of that. Now we got the fourth down.
Brian, this has been a lot of fun tonight.
This has
I wouldn't mind capping it off with the Dolphins' victory here. 46.6 seconds left, 6-6. Schetz over to the sideline to get the play from Coach Eddie Boucher. Fourth down and about 3 for the first. Schetz back into the huddle.
This is impressive. We've had a couple injuries. We've battled through mismatch offensive line, second-string quarterback. And you look at those kids. They're on their toes. They're ready to go.
So DeMille split wide left. Bradley wide left. Dockett and Merrill in the slot. Snap to Schetz. He's on his run to the right. He could. All right. Well, hey, we'll take that.
Yep. Big play.
First down, and Schetz had the green in front of him. I thought he was going to tuck it and run, but he made a really nice connection over there to Solomon Bradley for the first down.
And let's give a shout to Coach Eddie on that play call.
Yeah, absolutely.
He saw the crossing last time, and he a little waggle created an opening. And who was on that catch again?
I think it was Solomon Bradley, number 83. Nice. I think. I got kind of excited there. So.
I'd like to know at the end of the day how many different Dolphin receivers had catches.
Up and down the order. I mean, if you think about it, out of the backfield, Mendez from his fullback slot caught a few. Yep. Dueñas, when he went to the fullback slot, caught one. We've had Merrill with catches. We've had DeMille with catches. We've had Solomon Bradley with catches. And I think Dockett has had a catch. I mean, he's definitely been targeted.
Yeah.
You know, so
At least 5 or 6.
yeah, and this is it's fun. I mean, if you like football, this Dolphins offense is fun because it's not just you're not getting a single wing grinded out sort of stuff. I mean, they're moving the ball around and they're doing some interesting stuff.
Yeah, they are, and they they use a diverse group here at the JV level. We don't have as much size, so you see more of this 3 like this set we have here with three true wideouts.
Yep, exactly. So Chet's in the back in the shotgun or in the pistol. He's got time again.
There's my
He's
deep
going
shot.
deep. Oh, and was there a flag that was thrown over there?
I thought I saw that too.
It was like a leaf falling off a tree, or maybe it was just we were both
Wishful thinking.
Oh yeah, exactly. Both of us had the same wishful thinking. So I think that was actually might have been Bradley streaking deep there, and they did take the
wheel
deep
route,
shot.
I believe, right?
That is, and that actually, you know what it was? It was the wheel route to Merrill, which is a new play that they've put in this week. Is that wheel route to the tight end slot? Okay. They've put in 2 new plays this week. That wheel route, and they put in a bubble screen. We haven't seen the bubble screen tonight, but yeah, good call there, Brian. That's exactly what that was. So now 34 seconds left. We've got 2nd and 10 from the Warriors 40. Chet's in the Pitzel, Luis Ortiz
Here's
behind
wheel
him.
Wheel route again. He's there.
And he lofts it up. He's going to have to come down. He comes down.
Oh!
Did he come down with it? Yeah, they're marking him down. That was a heck of a catch.
Call the timeout.
Heck of a catch by Tristan Merrill. He went up and got that thing.
That was a great, went back to the exact same play, saw the opening and told Chet just to take a little bit of mustard off
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Chet's put some air under it, and Tristan Merrill took care of business.
Great.
27 and a half seconds left here. 6-6. Clock winds. Although we're not winding it. Favorable Whitney Young clock there. Although they did get the seconds off. So
yeah.
Chet spikes it to stop the clock. 23 and a half seconds left. 6-6 tie.
Ball on the 17-yard line, it looks like.
All right, well.
Wait, why are they? Okay. Oh no. Okay, the referee said.
Yeah, I think the referee did see that it didn't. That it didn't get started. So we're gonna have 19.9 seconds left. Schetz gets the play from Coach Eddie on the sidelines. We've got receivers in the game: Tristan Merrill, Brandon Dockett, DeMille. So Dockett and DeMille going to the right. We got Solomon, Bradley, and Merrill to the left. Schetz on the roll. He's getting chased down. Yeah, and that's number 5. He's made some plays tonight. He
5 and
had
9
some speed to be able to catch up to Will Schetz, who is on his rolling to his left.
So did somebody call a timeout? I assume that would be Westinghouse. No, we called a timeout. All right.
Yep. So
3rd down.
So 3rd down, 3rd and quite a bit from the 35. 3rd and about 25. Although at this point we're not really we have I don't know what we have for timeouts. I think we've taken 2
and I don't
or
mean
3.
To go back to our Northwestern routes, but it looks like the Northwestern soccer team is about to take the field.
Well, see, what do we? Well, I think we're under on our references. So even if that's not Northwestern, let's call it Northwestern.
No,
but it does look that way.
Look, they got the little N on it there. So.
Yeah. Wow, they're coming down to Michelle Obama to get some practice time in. I mean, haven't the Ryans donated enough money to have a floating soccer field in Lake Michigan and up in Evanston?
The Fitz Mahal, right?
Yep, Fitz Mahal. All right. Dolphins lining up here. 3rd down.
11.2.
11. It's something about the end of the halves here has really it's given us a little bit of extra air time.
So they're a little shallow on the right side. We got numbers up on the top of the screen here.
Schetz blitz on DeMille off the hands of the Westinghouse receiver. So DeMille was open. Schetz was just doing what he could back there. I think they brought like a double A gap blitz with their linebacking core.
And
so he was lucky to get that away.
Work here. I'm trying to follow all the action. So just to recap, it was kind of a pop-up type throw towards the middle, but they had double coverage. So.
Yep, coverage down there. So now we go to
probably the last play of the game.
Fourth
right?
down. Yep, 5.9 seconds left. So Schetz gets the play.
Schetz has got a little limp in his. Maybe he got dinged up. So.
I think that's the Will Schetz shuffle, is what that is.
Well,
that's the Will Schetz shuffle.
Got in their bag
let's see if he can shuffle his way into a miracle play here.
Okay.
Tied up, 6-6.
4 wide, 2 on each side.
6 seconds left. Schetz gets the pressure, throws it up in the air. There's a receiver down there. It's bounced around.
Caught it.
Merrill came down with it, but
oh no, no time.
Time expired, but Merrill came down with that ball inside the 10-yard line.
Okay, so the refs are going to talk it out. It looks like here. Everybody's staying on the field for right now. Are they walking off?
I think they are walking off. So
that was the most exciting tie.
Let's call that a moral victory. And definitely a victory as far as yardage gain. So that's going to be our final, 6-6. Schetz completes that pass downfield to Merrill, went up and grabbed it. So again, I think Coach Eddie was trying to lobby the officials to play.
Point one.
to put .1 on the clock, but that's going to be a tie. Great game. Really a lot of fun as far as the football that we saw tonight. And Westinghouse, handed to them. I mean, some athleticism out there, some great plays. We saw the dime and the duck in the first quarter, first half. We saw a lot of action from that side of the ball. And then on the Dolphins side of the football, again, a lot of plays. We saw a great line play. And then what we were getting from the offense. First from Newman at quarterback, and then Schetz leading some drives here at the end of the game. Great wide receiver play overall. So,
well, how about that second half? Second half, we had the ball for about 17 of the 20 minutes.
Yeah. Well, because that first drive took the entire third quarter into the beginning of the fourth quarter.
So, dominating second half by the Dolphins, ending with the ball on the Westinghouse 1-yard line after a great catch. Battled through. I thought their line play was outstanding today in all phases. Really, it was, I think, 3 plays at the end of the first half. 3 big gash plays against us, and otherwise it was a really great performance.
Yeah, well, exactly. If we think back to that, we were talking about that. They took a shot under a minute left and ended up with an interception, and that's where Westinghouse ended up scoring. So Westinghouse, playing with a short field, was able to come up with their touchdown versus the Dolphins touchdown, which was on a grinded out 65-yard drive where we saw a lot of things. So I want to thank Brian Miller for joining me tonight. Thank you very much. We'll be Dolphin football will be back on the air this weekend, this Saturday. Again, we talked about the big Phillips-Whitney Young matchup.
And by the way, it's a 4 p.m. start
yes.
for those friends and family and extended relatives.
Yeah, so there's been a game time change there, so 4 p.m. on Saturday. And then for JV football, we'll be back again next week, Wednesday. Always a scheduled 4:30 start, and it happens, plus or minus 1.5 hours from there. You know what? I know the 2 games we have left on our schedule are Clark, second game against Clark, and a second game against Lincoln Park. I'm just not sure which order that goes in. I think we might be on the road against Clark next week, and then we finish with Lincoln Park at home. But we'll let everybody know. The Dolphins football Facebook page is a good page to check out and get information on things that are going on with both the JV and the varsity team. And I guess with that, Brian, thanks a lot again for joining us. Thanks to Tony McHale for getting us all hooked up, set up. We're going to do the best we can to pack up this equipment and have it ready for you on Saturday. Thanks again, everybody, for joining us. Again, we've got a 6-6 tie tonight. Well-fought tie for the Whitney Young Dolphins against the Westinghouse Warriors.
Go
Thanks.
Cats. Go Dolphins.